Hi Starseeds, it's Opheana and Sikaal here. Today we're sharing with you about the energy body reading that we have brought through. We want to share the physical, emotional, mental and spiritual energy body clarity so you have more understanding if you've received your reading, and just a general idea about these new concepts for those of you who have not received the reading as yet. So we are spiritual life coaches, we're teachers of universal consciousness and cosmic shamans.
So the second reading that has come through us, the first was the ascension consciousness reading and the second is the energy body reading. This second reading is very different to the ascension consciousness reading, where you learn more about your ascension consciousness level, your love and light quotient, your masculine and feminine energies and things like that. This one goes very detailed into all parts of your energy bodies. And when we were bringing it through, it really is sort of an additional reading because it's going to give you information that's very truthful. So we've done quite a few of them now, and we've found this information, it can be a little confronting sometimes because it's really honest. It's very honest. What is the state of your energy bodies? Where have you got growth to move through, and what have you already attained on your spiritual path? So for those of you that have an interest in the energy body reading or have already gotten one, if your numbers are a little bit lower than perhaps you expected, it's because there's growth there to be had, because the path of spirit, embodying spirit in this vessel, is quite a path that keeps going. So the energy body reading is going to bring you a lot of information. In fact, 10 categories, 21 variables, a lot of information, and we want to help you guys with each of the 10 categories. So we'll be recording 10 videos which will help you. Even if you're not getting a reading, you'll learn to understand a little bit more about what these elements are of your energy body. And this very first category of today is, like Opheana said, about the energy body clarity, and then specifically about the physical energy body clarity, the emotional energy body clarity, the mental energy body clarity, and the spiritual energy body clarity. Now that may sound a bit interesting. What's this clarity? You can compare it to how crystalline is my energy body. How close to being fully crystalline in nature is my energy body? So,
or how clear is my crystalline
how clear
nature?
is my quartz crystal nature of my energy bodies? Because the realization is that even though you think your physical body is this vessel of flesh and bones, everything is energy. And so your physical body is often, we found out of those 4 energy bodies, the one that has the lowest percentage. It goes up to 100%. This is measured. And so your physical energy body is often what we've seen the lowest, because that has the furthest to go before it becomes this crystalline energetic structure, which is as you embody more of your spirit. So what we found, starting with the physical energy body clarity, is if you have a super pristine healthy body, let's say you're raw vegan or anything around that general area, you can maybe see percentages of up to high 30s or 40%. We've tested the highest level breatharians, people who live just on prana, no water, no food. They call themselves level 4 breatharians, means they don't take in any water, they don't take in any food, they just live.
Other people call them that.
Other people call them that, and there's a few of them around that are known, and then there's level 3, which do still take in liquids and things like that. But we've tested some of the level 4s, and their physical energy body clarity is around 80%. So you can see that even if you're living on pure energy, there's a little bit of room there to move to that 100% crystalline structure. So the numbers that you can expect if you are getting a reading, you know, if you just have a normal type healthy-ish life, you might get high 20s or low 30s. If you're very, very pristinely healthy just in your food, but not just your food, also in your thinking about your body, loving your physical energy body, being comfortable in how you treat it, then you're looking maybe at around the high 30s or 40, and then it goes beyond that, okay? As you transition more and more out of eating food, living more on energy and things like that. That's the physical energy body clarity.
Yeah, and we're not saying to go to just living off energy for your food. We're just saying
it's an example.
It's an example, and so to not judge it on the usual grading of 10 out of 10
on unit 8.8 or something.
It's not about that with this. This is really a reading of clarity and of the evolving of your physicality in this lifetime.
Yep.
And that you have the potential to go probably further than you think health-wise.
Yep.
And so to really look into areas and I mean, as Sikaal said, food is only one element of it. It's very important to look at how you treat your body every single day. Are you making it do things that is not in alignment with it? Are you doing physical exercise for the right reasons? Are you doing it for joy, for fun, from inspiration, or are you making yourself do it to be, to have more muscle, to be thinner? Whatever it is, really looking into, because that can really affect the clarity of your body. It can create distortion depending how you make your choices around your physical body. Even who you're, having sexual intimacy with can really affect the clarity of your physical body, because who you resonate with that's where your body resonates.
And there's an energetic exchange there as well.
Every single time, where you go, if you're living in the city, even if you're the healthiest raw vegan, you're still taking in pollution, you're taking in different EMFs, etc., etc., etc. So there's many elements to this. So
where you work, your relationships, anything.
So we wanted to share this so that there was not too much of a I'm so low, I'm only 25% clear in my physical body. Well, you're doing pretty well. There's definitely room to go to clean up, maybe go vegetarian, vegan. Just start getting lighter in your foods, getting lighter in your expectations of your body, really following what your body wants. Does it want rest? Yes. Does it want nature? Yes. Does it want to stretch? Oh, yes. Does it want a bath? Do you know what I mean? Really following the body's natural needs, not what the mind says or what the doctors say or what the health world says that these are the special things that you need to be doing for your body, because your body knows best, your spirit knows best as well what's right for your body.
And the environment that you're in as well, like we said. Now what we notice as well, so physical energy body is the first number you'll get within this particular category that we're discussing today. And the next one is your emotional energy body clarity. If you're an individual who has a lot of emotional turbulence, you're not emotionally very stable. Why? Because there's a lot of things you need to deal with. You're just very sensitive. Then often you might notice your clarity, if you haven't dealt with those things, if you haven't cleared that out of your emotional energy body, that percentage might be a bit lower. There might be a range there as well, and you might find that it's actually lower even than your physical energy body. It just means there's a little more emotional cleanup for you to do. Generally what you'll see is that physical energy body, and then you'll see the emotional, then the mental, and then the spiritual, because that's sort of how the energy bodies move out from your core in a multidimensional fashion. So emotional energy body clarity says a lot about, well, what is the clear state of my emotional flow?
Yes.
And that's the same with your mental energy body, your thoughts. If you're one that has a lot of turbulence in your thoughts, maybe you overthink a lot, or you're even dealing with mental diseases that you're clearing yourself from or have had a lot to do with, then you might notice that at this stage your mental energy body is a bit lower, your percentage is a bit lower, and so until you master that a little bit or clear the wounding out there, then that percentage will be able to lift. And then the spiritual energy body is how connected you are with spirit. How much are you living that life with your spirit and allowing spirit in your vessel? All of those are the type of numbers you look in spiritual energy body clarity. So if that number is lower, it's because maybe you're afraid to reach out to spirit, or you don't trust spirit because spirit, for instance, has dropped you off in this realm where you're very unhappy as a starseed, and you've forgotten that it was your choice to come. And so those energy body clarities, once you receive those numbers, they will really help you to look at, well, where can I place my focus of my healing work? Where can I place the focus of my meditative efforts? Where can I ask my spirit and my support teams to help me if there's a lot of help needed in your emotional energy body, perhaps work with tools like EFT or other clearing techniques. And so it's really going to help you to understand, wow, I didn't know I had more work to do there, or wow, I'm surprised that actually my mental and spiritual energy bodies are very clear already, so I'm actually going to put a little bit more effort into my physical or emotional energy body cleanup. And that's where these tools can really help. The ultimate goal, where everybody may want to move towards as they progress in their spiritual path and embody more of their spirit here, is all those percentages moving closer and closer to 100%.
Absolutely. And so to go back to the emotional body, and this will apply to the mental as well, but to master the emotions, the energies moving through you, the emotion, mastering these is the key to upping the percentage in your emotional energy body. It's not even necessarily about baggage for some people. For some of you, it's that you're such a high empath that you get thrown around the ocean like a little cork. Whoa! Oh, I'm so sad. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, I do that. Oh, I want to do this. You know, really coming to a place of centeredness with your emotional body, of mastering, okay, I know you're feeling like the world is breaking over here, but it's okay. It's just an energy moving through right now. Let it flow through. Maybe it's even somebody else's. We might need to, you know, do some work on learning how to, you know, maybe use some empathic seals, close my feeling center to that person, etc., etc. Just master your ability to come back to center in relation to your emotions. Yeah. And that is clearing any cloudiness. Really just see your bodies as crystals. Yep. And so as a symbol. And so the clarity within your crystal just keeps cleaning up every time you master a little more of your personality. And with the mental, it's like, are you controlled by your thoughts? Are you starting to really get to a place where you can shift out of an obsessive thought process? Are you getting to a stage where you're really willing to do the work to do that, because that can up it straight away, because that's your personality saying, okay, we're really going to do this now. We're really going to choose how we do our days. We're really going to choose how we're going to think through our days, what we're going to intend for the day, not just sort of allow the emotions to then, you know, activate all of these thoughts, etc. And so it's really mastering your personality to a whole new level. And that's why it's so different from ascension consciousness reading. You know, we can see some people with a high ascension consciousness, especially now with all the waves, people are being pumped up into the 700s, but there's still a lot of work to do. And with the energy body reading, you can really pinpoint where the work is. Yeah. And okay, so yeah, my physical and emotional energy bodies are a little bit behind. My spiritual body's like, woo, way ahead there. She's all good to go. I've got to do this and this over here. And that's okay, you know. And it can move at a reasonable rate, especially now with the energies that we have supporting us to move and to expand.
You know, and as you're raising these percentages for all of these four energy bodies, you're going to create more of a stable energy body. So it's going to be clear and more stable. So you'll experience more physical energy body, energy levels and stability, just sitting well in yourself. Same with your emotions, your thought processes, reaching more towards the more positive versions of thoughts, or just not letting thoughts control so much, choosing instead of being dominated by. And that includes even programs in the field, you know, because they can become your thoughts. And spiritual as well, like more, you know, more meditation is one of the ones that can assist you to increase that percentage in your spiritual energy body, the clarity of your spiritual energy body. For your mental energy body, what sort of processes could work? You know, you could look at like NLP or just positive thinking, or even meditation there as well, to keep letting go of your thoughts, or whatever works for you. What's EFT your an EFT can assist with thought processes that are loops, belief systems, kinesiology and things like that. Emotional energy body, clear out old baggage, reach for more positive thoughts in what are you feeding yourself with your environment, what movies are you watching, what people are you hanging out with, where are you going. That all influences your thoughts. and your emotional energy
food
body as well.
Influences your emotional body as well. The chemicals can really activate
and
different
your thought
emotions
processes
and your
as well,
thoughts,
your beliefs. Yeah.
Really watch when you eat certain foods. You may be surprised by the type. You might have nightmares just by eating a certain type of food or too much of it. Just start really looking at all areas of your life if you want to. Really dig deep into these clarities and ask your spirit to show you what areas do I need to focus on with this, and they will guide you. You just need to make the space and the time to listen, and that's a part of these energy bodies having the space to clear up. You need the time and the space to clear it up, and that's it's so lacking, the abundance of time and space for a lot of people. So really see that as a big goal, is to simplify your life, to have that time and space to clean up, to clear up your crystalline being.
And for your physical energy body, it might be a little bit more logical. You could, for instance, do a detox or watch a little bit what you're eating. Maybe you're eating a little bit too much and you can eat a little bit less, or clean up your diet a little bit, or get a little bit more fresh air if you're not in nature often.
Just lighten up.
That's the type of stuff you're looking for. Really take care of your energy bodies in that way. So as far as energy body clarity is concerned, when and if you are getting a reading, or if you're just taking this in as information and knowledge for your spiritual journey, know that if the numbers seem lower, like in the 20s or 30s or 40s, that's actually really normal, and very good, because it's a good starting point to move forward from. So don't expect, I want to get 8s and 9s there, because that's where you're heading towards as you continue on the journey. This is where the energy body reading will give you a really honest update. Even if you think you're super far on your spiritual path, there's a lot more to grow, and there's no rush in getting there. But it's nice to know where to focus your energy. So that's the first category. Did you want to add anything?
Yeah, well, I just wanted to add, this is just another tool to be able to support your expansion, your ascension process, your ability to find the really specific tools. Okay, well, what do I need to do next? I'm doing everything right, apparently. I'm eating well, I'm sleeping enough, I'm doing my spiritual practice. Why aren't things shifting? These are the kind of tools that you can use to really get into the specifics, because sometimes it can just be, a reflection of something that you've just missed because your mind is just a bit full with something. And so you can really delve more deeply into these areas and get some support there. So that's it.
Beautiful. So that's the first category. If you like this information, give us a like, leave a comment below, and we look forward to seeing you for the next part of the series.
Yeah.
Many blessings, guys. Many blessings. Thank you.